Okay, Andrei Nikatlina says, how do you protect property rights if there is no government and you aren't rich enough for private security? Well, that's what an armed populace is for. That's what being actually independent is for. That's what you having the ability to protect that property right, protect your property rights from other individuals that might want to encroach on it. And there's also a little thing called individual demand, and that individual demand pertains to you as an individual, as a product, because you are the product of your own behavior. And demand carries as so. So if you do something bad to another person, you will have a really bad ranking among other people, and you will likely suffer the consequences of it. There is justice in a voluntarist and anarchist society, and there is also private contract governance. So you are signing a private contract to a certain society, which you voluntarily decide you will pay into. Also, your alternative, I mean, you have that, private property rights without government encroachment, or you have government stealing your money on a regular basis, pushing you into poverty, killing millions of people around the world, extorting people, throwing people in cages after kidnapping them or killing them if they don't agree with going along with them into a cage, while children are being indoctrinated, and we're creating this vast global complex, and inflation runs rampant. I mean, think about it, folks. Would you rather that, or would you rather the possibilities that some idiot will try to steal your property and you won't be able to defend it? Well, defend it then, and have friends and have individual demand and be self-sufficient and be independent and be able to be responsible, which is a hallmark of freedom itself, by the way, in order to protect that which means the most to you. It's better that we have the option and the opportunity than to give ourselves up to a coercive force that murders, lies, cheats, steals, and creates degenerate children for the future of dependence on the state and the banking system. We as individuals should break free from that and should not look to excuses that pale in comparison under preemptive possibilities or potential, rather than looking towards ourselves as individuals being responsible, having friends, having individual demand, having defense. You don't need to get private security forces to protect your private property, while that is a very easy potential in the free market, competing private security forces rather than police in society, and you can do that if you want. But if someone coerces against you, you have the right to defend your life, liberty, and property, and you will, and other people will side with you in a society where people actually follow the non-aggression principle. So I think that is incredibly important to understand, and I think that people are looking for a reason to advocate government because it's easy, it's simple, it's better than having to depend on ourselves and, forming communities around us that are voluntary and fair. Because that's hard. That's difficult. It's hard to get to that point. But you, with that, become a free individual with your own ability to rule yourself, to have true prosperity, to witness it for the first time, what true freedom looks like, and to watch society innovate on the free market, where we have cures for diseases and better treatments and cheaper prices for businesses are competing for the best possible system and product, best quality for the best price. And they have to innovate in order to keep up. So with that said, anyway, I really appreciate the points. And Andre, you just said bullets won't do much against 100 plus people who want your property. Well, who are these people that want your property? And why are there 100 plus of them that want your property? And what did you do to create this angry mob? That is not logical. It's grasping at straws to give an excuse for a coercive force of more than 100 people with guns and an army and with millions of deaths on their hands to take over that property instead, and steal your money and destroy the lives of your children. Excuses, excuses, excuses. There is no excuse for coercion and destruction of the individual and the destruction of individual freedom. There is no excuse to give yourself up to an almighty power because you think you have a better idea than someone else, so you must force it on them. That is not a civilized society. That is quite the opposite.